Beat Miami in overtime at Miami earlier. Miami of Ohio, it is. Double team there. Corbett fouled by Neiman. Kevin Golden, who gave the club a spark a little bit ago, comes back in.
That time a scramble after the ball and bailed out that time. Can't see the call there because the ref's in the way.
16 foul, and they're calling that a shooting foul. Corbett tried to throw that up after he was grabbed.
What?
Isn't that something?
They're calling that a what is this, the NBA?
I guess.
That had to be the MAC official calling that one.
It was.
Ball's on the floor. I mean, you talk about an exaggeration. As far as college rules go, there's no way that was even close to a shooting foul.
Corbett hits them both. He's got 18, 4 out of 4 at the stripe. Dayton by 11 again, 70-59.
Dayton playing just a superb second half.
Shooting about 70%.
And they're not easy shots. There's some tough shots there.
Neiman wasn't open long enough to put that one up. Ran a little convoy there for Edwards, but Edwards couldn't get open.
Well, right now, Grundy had a little man and Nigel Knight on him, and they did not find Grundy open.
Edwards had the ball knocked loose off the dribble. It'll be DePaul ball with 5:21 to go. And now Joey Meyer calls a timeout. He's got 2 left. And in need of a big run here as Dayton leads it 70-59 with 5:21 to go.
Control tower to British Airways Concorde. You are clear for takeoff.
Last year, more international passengers chose to fly with British Airways than with any other airline. In fact, last year, British Airways planes traveled over 150 million miles. That's further than from Earth to Mars and back. British Airways, the world's favorite airline.
When the Honda Civic first came out, a lot of people thought of it as a second car, backup car, so to speak. But it grew on people. It's a tough, all-around performer, dependable, quick maneuvering, and now more powerful than ever. So it wasn't long before it came into its own. It's kind of nice being the #1 choice.
Neil Anderson for the 1988 Honda Civic, the new hotshot in town.
70-59, the Dayton Flyers trying to end a 6-game slide here tonight. And they have things pretty much going their way right now. It'll be DePaul ball in. Edwards.
Edwards, of course, has struggled. He's a little bit out of position, having to handle the ball a lot.
Paul still shooting 54% on 13 of 24 from the floor. Second half from the right corner. T. Green, yes.
Good execution that time of an out-of-bounds play to get T. Green a 3-pointer.
He has 22 to lead the Demons.
Again, the Demons confused defensively. Didn't know whether they wanted to go in the diamond and one or what, and got caught with nothing.
Dayton 14 of 19. They're shooting almost 74% here with this possession.
They're some pretty tough shots, too. They're post-ups. There's a hold.
Yeah, and they don't call it. Kevin Golden made the nice steal, knocking the ball away, and Pittman tripped him on the play and got away with it, and Dayton gets the ball back. Golden has really provided DePaul with the only spark here in the second half. They made a run. They got to within 4.
Tough shot. Can't let him in the middle. He's tough there. It's the only place he's got offense, and he's got plenty of it down there tonight.
20 points for Corbett, and that's a 75% shooting ball game now here in the second half. 15 out of 20 for DePaul. Alley-ooped it underneath, but Grundy couldn't control it. Slapped off the glass. Pittman ahead to Springer, but Edwards gets back to retrieve it for DePaul. Here come the Demons, 4 on 3. Passed up the 15-footer, gives to Kevin Holland, who misses, and tipped in by Golden, who's got 9 points here in the second half.
And the Demons are running back defensively. You got to start pressuring now. I mean, it's almost too late.
Back into the forecourt. Dayton by 9, 3:58 to go. Ball tipped loose by Edwards. Goes back to Miguel Knight. Stolen ahead by T. Green. Leaves it out front for Edwards, who saves it into the hands of McCracken. No, out of bounds it goes to Dayton. It's only about the 7th turnover for DePaul tonight.
Must have thought that Edwards was a greyhound on that one. T. Green, you got to understand, when you're down that far, you got to protect the ball, make sure you don't turn over. Every possession is too valuable at this point.
McCracken out back to Springer. 3:35 to go. Dayton with a 9-point lead in the ball. Carter on the right wing.
Dayton will take their time, try to burn a little bit of the clock. Try to get the low post-up position they've been getting all night down low.
Whistle away from the ball. A hole underneath on Neiman, I believe.
17 foul. That'll send Miguel Knight to the line, and he's deadly from there at 86%.
He's the one guy you don't want to foul out there right now. Well, Pittman's another one. He's shooting 85%.
Not too many nails left for this coffin, and these could be the last two.
Knight at the line. He's 4 for 4, and make that 3 for 3 and 19 in the ball game. Get it out. He missed that one. And a foul on Grundy as McCracken fell out of bounds under the basket with the ball. And they're going to call Grundy with a bump from behind, his 3rd. So it'll be the 1-on-1 coming up now for McCracken, who made his only previous free throw of the night in the first half. He has come off the bench to score 9 tonight, although he was the starter until a couple of games ago when Billy Ewell got the start. Ewell got the start tonight, but has been out most of the second half with 4 fouls. Another miss on the front end of the 1-on-1. Edwards with a long rebound. Pull-up jumper by Kevin is good. Edwards now with 15. That's the first hoop he's had in quite a while. It's a 7-point Dayton lead. McCracken handles the pass in the forecourt, gives it out front to the guard, Springer. And now Dayton calls a timeout. So with 3:05 to go, the Flyers still have a 7-point lead. It's 72-65. We'll keep it here. Dayton is still shooting 75% on 15 of 20 from the floor in the second half. Although they missed 2 front ends of the 1-on-1 there, and Edwards went down at the other end and popped in the jumper for DePaul. And so the Demons still have some faint hopes here, trailing by 7. But they're going to need to trap a couple of times quickly, John, and force a couple of turnovers here.
Well, 7 points with 3:05 to go. You don't have the ball. You're going to have to get a little bit more aggressive with your forecourt trap and gamble a little bit more. So let's go into the huddle and see what Joey's got to say, see what kind of strategy he's going to put together.
Go for the steal. He's terrible free throws. Only no intentional. Go for the steal. So we're going 10 to trap. Let's take 30. Rotate and scrap on the defense. You're scared, guys. You're scared. Right? If we don't get it in the 10, then 44 gets it foul. All right? Go for the steal. Don't give him a 2-shot. Now, offensively, we're going open, so we move the basketball. We score. We're in the 31. Well, back we score. Let's take a timeout. We still have 2 left. Let's take a timeout if we score, so we can get in our press. So we're in the 10 on the side, out of bounds. We don't get the steal. First pass. We don't get the steal. Obviously, we're going to foul 44, not intentional. Open. Timeout if we score. Fellas, a lot of time.
Well, you know what Joey's going to do. We don't. We couldn't hear him. I would assume that he's got to get very aggressive offensively. At this point, if he can get the ball back fairly quickly without scoring, I don't know that he has to go to the 3-point play right away. 7-point deficit with 3:05. There's time left. There's transitions left, but you can bet Dayton is going to sit on the ball for a while and make sure a lot of that 45-second clock gets used up. But DePaul will have to be much more aggressive with their traps and playing the passing lanes than they have been so far here tonight.
10,935 the paid attendance here tonight. 10,935. And I'd say a few of those are empty seats. In other words, season ticket sales. One of the smaller crowds in recent years to watch DePaul and Dayton. One of the better independent rivalries in the country, along with Notre Dame. And DePaul will be at South Bend to take on Bigger Phelps Crew and go for a 2-game
There's a steal.
Nice steal by T. Green.
And he double dribbled. He got away with it, looked like.
He powers in and gets the shot to fall. And DePaul calls a timeout with 2:43 to go. Joey's got 1 left according to our unofficial scorecard. It's down to 5. The closest the Demons have been here in the second half was 58-54. Then the lead shot back up to 11 again. And that's been the widest spread enjoyed by the Flyers tonight.
I guess you're looking for any last grasp you can get. I don't know if I'd have used a timeout at that particular point with only 2 left. A lot of time left in this ball game. A lot of things can happen. And that time, T. Green aggressively playing the passing lane, picked off a lazy pass. Let's go into the huddle again and listen to Joey.
Gets over half court. We haven't got a steal. We're going to the 10, okay, to trap. We're going with the 10. We haven't got a steal with the 3-1. Guys, the foul, point guard. Springer. Springer. Corbin. 20 or 11. If we haven't got the steal on the 3-1, we haven't got the steal on the 10, then we're going to foul them, all right? We're not going to use up our last time out. So if we score, we're just going to get right in the press. Right here, guys. Come on.
We heard Joey in the huddle. One of the things that he talked about is making sure you foul if you can't aggressively get the ball, but he made sure you did not foul Springer, who is a good free throw shooter, or Corbin, or he wants to foul them. 7-1-4 and 6-2-7 are their percentages, so he wants to go at them and foul those 2 particular individuals if they need to foul.
Ewell is back in there. Now he replaces McCracken, who was only a 55%er. So Donaher is cognizant of that and puts in his better free throw shooters. And of course, the other thing Joey said was don't use the last time out yet. They get the ball into Ewell. Backcourt press.
I got to think that Edwards has got to cut that pass off.
Cross court to Springer out front. Chases on.
Watch the intentional foul.
Let's see if they didn't call it that way, but that should have been. You're right. The way Neiman reached out and grabbed him around the waist, that was an intentional foul, and that's the one thing you want to avoid. But DePaul was lucky they didn't call it. London Bradley had the call and didn't make it.
I'm not so sure I'd do that early. I mean, 2 minutes and 30 seconds is a lot of time in a ball game. You've got at least 3 possessions.
This is Springer's first free throw try tonight. He has a 3-point shot. Around and out. They've missed 3 front ends with a 1-on-1.
I guess that's why he's coaching.
Yeah.
I'm over here. Easy. You got to take it easy.
T. Green double teamed along the baseline out front. Open from 3, moving into 2-point range. Neiman fires and scores a 3-point lead.
You talk about a freshman, no hesitation. He buried it. That's, almost got it again.
3-point Dayton lead. The lead was 11 a little bit ago. Double team in the backcourt. They got it across the time stripe. Corbin had the ball knocked loose by Golden. Picked up by Springer.
A lot of time left. No hurry here. Don't foul.
1:55 and counting. Out back it goes tonight. Cross court to Ewell. Here comes the double team. Trap at midcourt. And the foul call on Neiman again. His 4th.
The one thing I never understood as a player, and boy, you really used to make me mad, is when an official came all the way across the floor and made a call when the call was right in front of another official. You don't mind bad calls, but you like to have a guy in a position to make a bad call. You like to see it wrong.